What is up, my brothers and sisters? It's your boy Juice. So, a lot of people are talking about that Atlas, Three Eye Atlas is going to cause a black swan event. You're having scientists say this. You're having all kinds of people say stuff like this. You know, and there's like people that are saying that there's going to be a frequency change. I'll tell you what the frequency change is going to be. It's going to be your fucking mind exploding, the power going out, the Black Swan event. And then some people are saying that money is not going to matter after that day. I think it's like October, basically Halloween or something like that. I'll tell you why. It's because, the saying is men's hearts will fail them for fear of what they see coming. The reason being is because it's been there the whole time and you didn't know it. You know what I mean? You've been focused on fucking weather manipulation and them spraying the skies and all that bullshit. You've been fearing the government shutting down. You've been fearing all this bullshit going on, and all of it leads to one thing. And that's what's happening in the heavens. And it's been happening. And most people can't see it. They'll look up in the sky and they don't see nothing. They just see clouds and they just see the sky, and like they don't understand. They want to blame it on the government. And I've been telling you for the longest time that the government wants you to believe that they have these godlike powers, that they can travel in time, they can control the weather, that they're in control of your money. Right? Like none of that shit matters. And none of it, and all of it is lies. Like they can't control the weather. Like they can't do that shit. Only the Creator can control the weather. The Creator controls the heavens, the eclipses, the planets, the objects that are entering our solar system. Right? Like the government has no control of any of that shit. So what makes you think that they can control what was already being controlled on this planet? You know what I mean? Like our Creator created this planet and he's been in control the whole time. Like nothing happens without his say so, right? The events that are happening don't happen without his say so. Man has never been in control of anything. And that money that you slave yourself to work for, and all the materialistic things that you care about, like none of that shit matters. You can't take it with you when you're dead. You know what I mean? You're going to live a life of slavery to a dollar that never mattered. There's people in my life right now that are like worried about their bills. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, dude, like your bills don't fucking matter. My bills don't fucking matter. Well, how's it going to matter when money doesn't matter anymore? Right? Like what will be your purpose after that? Like, I don't think people will know what to do with themselves when that day comes. You know what I mean? Like when work doesn't matter, your money doesn't matter. When we were promised to leave the farm, right, and to quit the things that our Creator had created us to do, and that was take care of this planet, replenish the things that we took from it. You know what I mean? And you were promised that you can make $1 and that the groceries will always be in the store for you. You know what I mean? Like what happens when those groceries stop and the money doesn't matter anymore? Like you're going to wish you were still working on the farm. You know what I mean? Like you were working for yourself to replenish the land and all the food that you take from it. You know what I mean? Like you're going to wish that you were still doing that. You know what I mean? Because our grandparents and our ancestors were promised this bullshit lie, right? Called capitalism in America and all that bullshit, right? That you were always going to be able to make a buck and that the groceries were always going to be at the store. You know what I mean? Like when our grandparents and our ancestors believed in that promise, like they fucked us all, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when it reverts back to that, like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you ain't going to need a fucking car. You know what I mean? You're going to be on foot. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't going to have a fucking job. It's just stores are closed, right? Like, everything's closed. Like, there ain't no food. You're going to wish that you were growing your own. You're going to wish that had your own cattle, that you were replenishing the land, right? All the shit that we take from it. You know what I mean? And so, the other saying is like a thief in the night. The reason being is because it's been looking at you in your fucking face the whole time. And you couldn't see it in the sky. Like, it's right there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people can't see it. And the only reason why they can't see it and like they don't know that it's there is because they don't understand, right? Like the creator only chose a couple of people. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's 144,000. I don't know what the number is, but, there's people that can see this. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to show you, and so many others have been trying to show you, and they're few and they are far and wide. There's not many of us, and nobody believed us. Nobody even looked into into the things that we were saying, into the things that we were showing. You know what I mean? Like everybody was worried about the materialistic bullshit going on in the world that the government is telling you, the news is telling you, that the internet's telling you, right? Like weather manipulation and the money and, all the bullshit wars and, you know what I mean? All the stuff going on in the streets. Like when that lie comes to an end, like you're going to be fucked, right? Like you fucked yourself by worrying about the wrong shit. You know what I mean? Like you're worried about the wrong shit. You know what I mean? And, I don't know if it's too late. I always knew that there'd be a fine line where like when people realize this, like it's too late for you. You know what I mean? Like you weren't one of the ones that got the memo. You weren't one of the ones that were picked, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like you were worried about all this politics bullshit and all like you were watching the show. You know what I mean? When there's a reality happening in the background, you know what I mean? Like you were worried about the wrong shit. You were prepared for the wrong shit. You were getting prepared for the wrong shit. You know what I mean? Like, so when the money stops, which it's going to, and it already is, right? Like there ain't no fucking money. I've been saying that for the longest time. There ain't no fucking money. All these things that are put into place right now weren't meant for them or the bad guys. It was meant for everyone, for you. And you didn't realize that you begged for it and you wanted this. Like there was like a sinister motive behind the agendas that were being told to you, right? Like get them out, right? Put up the wall, all that bullshit, right? All these wars, right? Like there's a sinister agenda that you're not seeing. And all of it was meant for you. So all these people that are begging for this and they're wanting this, like, remember, like I keep saying this, like, right, remember you begged for it, right? Like, and you didn't realize that it was meant for you. You know what I mean? It was meant to be put there for you under the guise that it was for your security or it was because of them. You know what I'm saying? You're not realizing that you're part of that crowd. Like you're going to be in that crowd, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like you fucked yourself, right? And like, so, you're going to get what you deserve, in other words, and it's going to affect everyone, not just Republicans, not just Democrats. Like it's going to affect not just Latinos, not just immigrants. Like it's going to affect everyone. You know what I mean? And it was meant to do just that. And that's what it's going to do. And you'll soon realize that here pretty soon.